Yo, what's up, guys? This is Bryce with another Man Talk. Yeah, I've been thinking about this one for a little bit, and I think it'll be really relevant to your life, especially with what's happening in the world. I think we're in a state of like a mass mental sickness, basically. We're so connected nowadays. Everyone sees what's happening. We're stressed, which is a form of sickness, really. And I don't think that people really know how to work with their thoughts. I mean, it's not something that you learn in school. So hopefully I can give you some tips on how to work with this and make it feel better. So the first thing to start with, this is really like a fundamental piece of mindfulness, is you aren't able to control your thoughts. If I tell you to not think about an elephant, you'll think about an elephant. If you are trying to not think about the news, you'll think about the news. Basically, wherever your attention is, that's where it is. And the only way to like really get it off there is to find some distraction, to just like do something else. And it takes a lot of energy to do that. But what you're left with is an unresolved emotion, because whatever's coming in, even though you might experience it as like a thought, like I can't stop thinking about the news, what's really happening is there's a feeling that's there that you don't want to experience. And so you're distracting your mind to go somewhere else. But it's an unresolved feeling, and it goes into your backpack of unresolved feelings, and those pile up over time. So although it might seem super counterintuitive, and I think most people are ready to do this. I mean, for you, it depends. Like, you got to go with what works, you know? Some people might have too many rocks in there, and you might need to go get some like extra help for it. But for most people who are able to function pretty well in life, it is totally possible for you to do this, to actually sit down, and instead of pushing out the thoughts and the emotions, is to welcome them in. To welcome them in and actually feel what is wanting to be felt there. And it's a lot like being sick. So if you have a cold or something, you can't just decide that you don't have a cold, or you can kind of try to distract yourself, but the cold still needs to run its course. That's how it works. And that's the same way that emotions work. When something happens, you're triggered by something, you're activated. The only way to really resolve that is to feel through it, or else it's unresolved, and it stays with you. It stays in your body. I think that's why a lot of guys are like really tense and sore and like irritable, because you're carrying around all that unresolved shit. So the good news is that in my experience, most of the time, and what I hear from a lot of meditation teachers, is that it only takes a few minutes really to feel through most of these emotions. So you sit down, you breathe, you label, this is okay. Usually it's a negative emotion. I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling powerless, or I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling shame, maybe. Whatever it is, you feel into it, breathe. It might go up to a 9 or a 10 on your scale, but eventually it's going to start to come back down. You might not get all the way to 0, but it's gonna peak. It's gonna do its thing. You're gonna feel it, and then it's gonna slowly come back down. And the better that you get at doing this, the quicker it can be, the more efficient it can be, the better it will feel. And this is ultimately, I think, how a lot of people want to live their lives. They don't want to live their lives walking around with a bunch of unresolved stuff, but they don't know what to do. So there's a lot more to this, to be honest, but that's my quick tip for you, is if you find yourself like, oh, I don't want to think about that, and you're just trying to force it and distract yourself, and you're getting caught in all this compulsive behavior, scrolling through your phone, that's me at least, sit down and feel. Instead of thinking, sit down and feel and breathe. Give yourself 3 to 5 minutes, see what happens. If you have questions about this, and you're seeing this on the men's group page, throw them down in the comments. That's what I got. Bye.